Yes, I need to have more fun in my life. You're about to listen to an Ask Me Anything Finding Your Fun Fix session with me, Treena Innes, your life fun expert and host, and Jennifer, mom, daughter, friend, sister to many, and a modern medium. If you also want to have more fun in your life and could use a little help, then don't miss listening to this episode where you will hear how Jennifer gets her fun back on track in this stage of her life. So Jennifer, welcome to the Finding Fun Experiment podcast. This podcast teaches you practical tools and skills and tips and tricks to unlock your fun code and showing you how to live a life full of fun and every day so that you can have more energy, more spunk, more get up and go, and vibrancy. And it's good for our health, our fun health. So Jennifer, how excited are you to be here today and have this lively conversation?
I'm so excited. It's always so good to connect with you, Treena. You're so much fun.
I hope so. Otherwise, I'm in the wrong business.
You got a PhD, man. You do.
Okay, so let's jump in. So the first thing I want to ask you is tell me what your fun vision looks like when you reach it, when it gets there, when you have fun every day in your life and it just becomes natural and it becomes flow and doesn't feel hard. What does that look like for you? What are you doing?
A lot of it is I read a ton, so on the outside it might look a little boring. So I like a lot of downtime and a lot of time to really think about things. But lately I've been called to be much more active. So when I think about my day being fun, it's just kind of flowing and I'm not really thinking. I'm just kind of being pulled from one thing to the next. So, but a lot more physical things are coming up. Dance is becoming, my guides are very much highlighting the need to dance. So I'm not particularly great at it, but that's okay.
But they're saying do it.
They're saying do it. I need to move the energy much more. So yeah.
Now, for the listeners who might not even know what a modern medium is and guides, tell us a bit more about that.
I'm a psychic medium. So that means as I'm having conversations with you, I'm also feeling other energy pop in and they're trying to give me messages. And so I kind of look a little scattered sometimes, but yeah, no, I connect with other people's guides as well as my own. I speak a lot to angels and they keep insisting how important having fun is. So when we connected, it was a natural, it was perfect. So yeah, no, that's pretty much what I do. Although it can sound quite heavy, me speaking to people that have passed, it's actually quite fun. Really, it is.
Yeah, well, you look like you're having fun while you're doing it.
I love my work. I do.
And Jennifer and I had a great session and she was in action. She had a scratch pad and turning her head all the time, talking to whoever she was talking to or listening to. And you also explained to me it's not necessarily people that have passed away or guides that have passed away. It could be current guides giving you messages for that person. So I thought that was really interesting as well.
It's fascinating. It really is. I'm quite a physical medium, so I do weird things. And I understand that. I have my eyes closed most of the time, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you absolutely did. And I remember from our time together, just looking down at the basket at my feet, and there was a whole bunch of Kleenex in there. I'm like, oh boy, is this like a crying modern guide thing?
Yeah, I mean, it can be.
It can be, yes.
Not always, no. And they're usually happy tears anyway. It's the relief. It's a good feeling. Yeah.
And we do know crying is good for us. It's good
for us.
Yes. So tell me then about your guides telling you to have more fun. How does that come to you?
Often
especially for dancing.
Oh, for dance. For the most part, I can get in my head quite a bit. I like to read. One of my favorite things is learning something new. So I have my head in a book a lot or online reading a whole bunch, and Spirit will kind of tap me on the shoulder and say, okay, it's time to move now. You need to get up and physically move your body because too, when I'm in my head, I'm blocking so much more information, right? So there'll be the nudge. Now I'll start hearing music in my head. So it's like, okay, I hear you trying to pull me out of the book I'm in. And then too, when I rarely go on social media. So I find it fascinating how often they will show me videos of, maybe you've seen them, people on roller skates, like the old, they're
down the boardwalk.
Down the boardwalk or in here we used to have Stardust, the roller skating rink. Yes. And I loved that as a kid. And they keep showing me those things. So it's like, okay, in my face constantly, I need to move. I need to dance. I get it.
Okay.
And then to a friend of mine just recently mentioned introduction to ballet, which I wanted to do as a child, but I never got a chance to. So that's coming up. Not the most graceful, but
I could totally see you as a ballerina. You're so graceful, and the way you hold yourself, I
Oh,
could
thank you.
see whatever your guides are saying, I could, validate that from a different perspective. I could totally
Thank
see
you.
that.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yes.
they keep showing me that bar. So, okay.
Okay. So visions will pop in your head, and then
Yes.
that's re for you, that's the guide saying, "This is what you need to start gravitating
Yes.
towards." Okay, so
Because
it's
there's
showing you
something for me
play.
there.
Okay.
Play is
Okay.
huge. Yes.
Okay, so so let me just tell me if I've got this right. So when you're in your reached your fun vision, you're reading, but then you're also you know when to start to move and get out of your head and start physically moving. It's dancing or maybe ballet stretching or some pivoting,
Yeah.
but something to move because you need to get out of your. You're getting close to being too much in your head, so you need to move
Yes.
along. What else are you doing?
I go for a lot of walks. I quite
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
But it becomes more meditative again. I
Yeah.
like to feel the wind and the cold air on my face. It feels
Uh,
really good.
yeah.
So we're right by the beach. I like to go there quite a bit as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that and, like, I love little moments that really look like nothing. So when
Yeah.
you're wrapped up in a cozy blanket, you feel that soft, fabric on your skin, but then a nice warm cup of something, and it's cozy, and I kinda can settle into my body. One of the things as a medium is especially as a child, I didn't actually spend a ton of time physically in my body. I know it
Okay.
sounds strange,
Yeah.
but I was
Yeah.
in my head so much
Okay.
and that I wasn't really
Paying attention.
didn't notice. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, yeah,
those moments where I'm in the body and I'm just enjoying the coziness of the moment, they're
yeah,
quite magical.
yeah,
I love those moments. So a nice
yeah.
cup of something warm and a nice walk along the beach, love it.
Okay, but not getting in your head.
Not being in my
Staying
head.
okay,
No.
so more
Yeah.
like being playful with it.
Yes, and
Yeah,
present.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I can really relate to what you're saying because I feel I do the opposite. Like I am so much not in my head and I'm so much in my body
Yeah.
that I don't think about things a lot, which
That
is
must be
can't
lovely.
it's lovely but can be problematic at times.
I can see that too.
So I'm sure there's a good balance somewhere there, but
Somewhere, maybe we'll
yes.
find it.
So I understand what you're saying, but the opposite side. Okay, so let's talk about then what's keeping you from this goal? Like, what are some of the roadblocks that are happening for you right now?
Some of it is just that this last year has been so much change in my life. So I've spent a lot more time in my head, but also again searching for that. It's kind of like that high of learning something new. I absolutely love that feeling.
Mm,
And to travel has been coming up with that. It's been more, I have my practice here, and financially, there's so much I'm spending in other areas that I really need to prioritize and set things aside for that.
right, yeah.
But I would say that as well as a lot of the I don't spend a lot of time on social media. So
Mhm.
when it comes to comedy shows and things I love like that, I often
Yeah.
find out about them after the fact. Um,
Okay, okay,
and
so
that's
staying in the
yeah.
know.
Yes, very much
Yeah.
so. Because
Okay.
yeah, that's a pretty big issue. Because there's
Yeah.
so many things I would have done had I known about them.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So because you're not socially connected.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That is an interesting perspective. So where does one go then? I mean, do you read a newspaper? I don't even know if there is newspapers that have
I do.
social stuff in them these days.
That's a great question.
Yeah,
Yeah. For really, it'd be newsletters I'd have to sign up for.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, so there's been a lot of change in your life. So again, yeah, finding those moments to be playful and be in your body versus your head is hard because
Yes.
you have change going on.
Yes.
And financially, you have to be careful about that. And again, you have
Practical.
visions of yeah, practical. You have to because you want to travel as well, so you want to make
Very
sure
much
you're
so.
throwing money into the travel bucket,
Yes.
and then staying in the know, being connected really with what's going on.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
anything else?
Really, a lot of it is just signing up to do it. Like that ballet class.
Okay,
I just have to
okay,
actually sit down to do it. My schedule's moving so much right now, it's kind of hard to, but I know that will shift as the new year changes. So
okay, so just do it.
just do it.
Okay,
Yeah, go out and do
yeah,
it.
okay. Ah, which
Plus, then you
does
meet people.
sound so simple, doesn't it?
It does. But then you get in your
Yeah,
head
you
and
get in your
yeah,
head. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's move into some ideas I'm gonna throw your way. So, I talk a lot, I don't know if you heard me, in some of my podcasts or my fun teachings is really focusing on why not, like why not versus why. And again, that's a big part of getting in your head of
Mhm.
why me, why do this, why start overthinking and overanalyzing
Yes.
it. And that time that opportunity is like flipped, right on by, long gone without even being on social media. Yeah, it's like out the
Exactly.
door. Yes.
And the magic
So
of the moment is lost too, right?
yeah. Oh, 100 yeah, and then you turn it into something else that it's not even meant to be. So that's and again, that's very common for the overthinkers in the crowd, and there's a lot of
Yes.
overthinkers, overanalyzers, very natural woman trait to have.
Yes.
So, paying attention to the why nots, and my rule of thumb is measure it in a week. You should be having more why nots in a week than your whys, and it's a
Mm.
discipline. So, it's even tracking it. You can even start with tracking it on, the daily. So track how many times you said why and how many times you said why not, and start shifting it and
Yes.
practice that shift until you get to where the why nots are exceeding the whys.
I love that. Love that. You even energetically feeling the shift in differences between the 2. The why not opens
Yeah,
things up, where the why
yeah,
kinda condenses
yeah,
things,
and
closes
we
it
can
off.
convince ourselves to not do anything any old
Oh,
time,
yes.
that's for sure,
A
right?
million, like, practical thoughts come up, but yeah, no, then I've talked myself out of the magic, so
Yes, that's
yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah,
yes. So the why not, that's a good practice
why
to put
not?
into place. The other piece I'm gonna mention to you is I was just doing some research recently, during it's right now during the holiday season if, people are listening to this at a different time, and about all the busy, right? You and I talked
Yes.
about that before the show started, and really trying to, you know, when we think about any holiday season, like we already have a full life. So
Yes.
now we gotta cram, like, a whole full-time thing in our full life, right? Whether that's hosting or
Yeah.
entertaining or going to parties or going to festivities or, even, like, anything extra, and during the holiday season, you gotta wrap so you gotta organize them,
Oh,
you've gotta, like, figure out where people are sitting around at the table or who's coming, not co I mean, this is like, you're, like, event management crazy.
absolutely.
Yeah, and you're like, you need to stop and enjoy and have fun. And
Yes.
so one of the pieces I shared was it's called the 2-second rule. So
Mm,
don't spend more and there's actually science to say once you pass 2 seconds about, like, doing something or making a decision, your chances of now doing it are, like, substantially decreased. So really it's give yourself 2 seconds and then just do it.
okay.
2 seconds. So you could say right now to yourself, "Okay, I'm gonna, join the ballet. I'm gonna
Yeah,
start the lesson." 1, get your computer out or your phone and just 1, 2, do it.
just
2
do it.
seconds. Just do it.
There's no time to think and talk yourself
No.
out of in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, that I can do.
2 seconds.
Yes, that
2
I can do.
seconds. And I think for
Absolutely.
you, you're like, that doesn't even give you like, it doesn't even get up to your brain at that point, right? 1, 2, just do
Just
it.
do it. I'll hear your voice in my head now, "Just do it." And I will.
2 seconds. So 1,
2
2,
seconds.
just do it. Yeah, and I
Okay.
feel that's, when I reflect on my own practices, I would say I follow that, like, a lot. Like, again, I'm not in my head, I'm in my body, so like, I can tell when something gets me excited or amps me
Yeah.
up. My body tells me, like, again, I don't get
Yes.
into my head, I get so so this is it. This is what I need to do. 1, 2, boom, I'm signed up. 1, 2, boom. So then again, sometimes I'm like, "Okay, why did I sign up for that?" Like, maybe that again, I'm
Yep.
not thinking about it enough.
Also, with those times that you've signed up and you've questioned later why, I'm sure there were things you gained out of it that you never could have.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
And permission to cancel it if, like,
True.
literally, if it does not make sense because I didn't think it through,
Yeah,
give
I've done
yourself
that.
permission to just cancel it. And it
Yes.
leads me actually to another strategy that I've shared in the past is that you don't have to share with anybody. So the other piece, like, say, I shared recently that I signed up for some singing, like, I wanted to
Right.
join a singing group, and I didn't tell anybody that I was
I
doing this.
love
I went to
that.
audition. I did not tell anybody because I'm not it's for me, and
Yes,
I don't have
exactly.
pressure from anybody, "How did it go?" Blah, 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 and again, if I jammed out, no one would know. It was just
Yeah.
me that knew. So there's a bunch of things around not telling anybody. It can actually get you to go forward on what you're trying to put in your life.
That I love. That's because 'cause I'm very much that way. Yeah, I'm very private. Not
Uh,
secretive, but private.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think to share a lot of things, I just do them. So I really like that. Then too, you have a great story to share if it went well, and if it didn't, you have an even better story to share.
Yeah. The one time I almost did that.
Exactly. I love that. Yeah, no, I like that. Consciously not telling anyone. I really
Yes.
enjoy that.
Yeah, and again,
Mhm.
it just relieves pressure, right? It
Yes.
leaves all the pressure, and then, I also just did some research of, judgment, right? Judgment getting in the
Mhm.
way of people fun, worried about people being judging you. What, you're
Yes.
taking ballet lessons at this age, or you're taking
Exactly.
ballet lessons when really don't have the body type, or whatever judgment
Yeah,
you
for
might
sure.
feel is happening for you.
Yes.
That also takes that right out of the equation, because there is a staggering stat. I think it's about 70% of the people don't of adults don't have fun because they have a fear of judgment, which is, like, breaks my heart in a million thousand pieces.
Absolutely, and I can feel some of that has been what's held me back too. But
Mhm,
at the same time, it's, I'm in my 40s now, so it's I don't wanna live the rest of my life that way. So
mhm,
I think even just recognizing that the judgment is there is huge in itself. Because instead of just allowing it to keep me from doing these things, just actually recognizing it, talking about it first, and doing it
mhm.
anyway, right?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's judgment, it's easy to say, "Oh, don't worry, like, just who cares? Don't worry
Exactly.
about anybody else, and, forget about them." But judgment,
Uh-huh.
yeah, so deep, right? Could come from, like, childhood, could come from
Yes.
trauma, could come very deep for people. But, it's really realizing if that's really what's stopping you, and, finding ways to get past that. Again, we're using the 2-second rule, using why not,
Love it.
surrounding, yourself by people who won't judge you, right? That you maybe need to have the
Exactly.
right people in your life, or don't tell anyone, so you're not being judged. No one's judging you if you don't tell anybody. So there's
No,
lots of
it's true,
different
exactly.
tips and tricks getting in the way.
It's true.
Yeah,
Little wedges. Thank you for putting those in my head. That
you're
that
welcome.
helps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good. Okay, so I think we've got some ideas. So again, the why
love it.
nots more than whys. We talked about don't telling anybody, and
Mhm.
we talked about the 2-second rule. Just do
Love
it.
them
Two
all.
sec,
Yep.
2 second, 1, 2. Don't let it go past 3, 4, or you're gonna talk yourself out of it.
Yeah, exactly. No, 2 seconds is all I get for that. I love it.
Okay, so what do you think you might challenge yourself with after this conversation for having
Ooh.
more fun in your life?
Well, I'm
So
gonna break
again,
your
yeah,
you
no, go
sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm
I
just
was
gonna
gonna s
remind you of your fun vision. That's what I was gonna do.
mm. I my thought was I'm gonna break your 3rd rule of not telling anybody because I was gonna put it on here. I remember listening to your episode when you mentioned going for singing lessons, and my
Yes.
whole body responded. It was like, "Oh
Uh,
my god, I should do that too." Even though, I mean, singing,
oh,
So I feel I think that's what I'm gonna do,
okay.
but I'm not gonna put the sound out. But But in reclaiming my voice and in speaking more, there's that
Ah,
singing as well that I
mhm.
yeah, bad experience as a child.
Okay, okay.
So, time to get rid of that. But, no, I really like the idea, like, what courage it took for you to just go and take a singing lesson. Show up and audition? That's
I
amazing.
Yes, and it's because I wasn't in my head. If I
Yes.
probably looked into it more, I probably knew it was gonna be more formal audition.
Mhm.
So I didn't. I thought it was just gonna be casual, and it was
Yes.
not. Yes, it was not casual. It was
What?
a little more serious, and, it was with 5 other people. I thought it was just myself. But again, because I didn't spend too much
Great.
time in my head,
You just
um,
did it.
I just yeah, and so that's another thing, like, probably if I spent more time digging into it, I might have talked myself out of it.
Fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna go where you went, but I'll go elsewhere.
Yeah,
Much more casual.
go elsewhere. Well, actually, I know of a group near you that might totally be suited for you. That
Ooh,
so there's
please connect me
I don't even think
after.
you have to audition. I think you just go and they welcome, come one, come all, and
Love it.
I have a friend who joined, and she says it's just magical.
Freeing. Oh,
And yeah, yeah, and like you said, it's a place to have your voice heard, or for you to feel your voice is heard.
absolutely. I
Yeah,
love
'cause
that.
yeah.
Uh-huh. You planted that
Okay.
seed.
Okay, so so then in order for you to join the singing, finding your singing, yeah, you'll have to, again, look at one of these, like, stick with the why nots versus the why.
Yeah.
Stick with, like, 2 seconds, do
Yeah.
it quick. And yeah, don't stay out of your head. Stay out of your head.
I'll tell people after it's happened, but not before.
That's
And that will
right.
help for sure.
Yeah. Well, this episode might not drop for a while, so we have like
That's I
a
got
bit of
time.
time.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I think it's wonderful, and I know from my own experience, it was so joyful, like more than because after our audition, we could stay and join the singing practice that was there, and there was probably 50 people, and it was just pure joy. So it was about a 2-hour practice, and just the room and the people and the magic and the high and the energy and just everybody coming together as one. And everybody was smiling.
I can imagine.
Everybody was smiling. Yeah, it was really it was really special. I had not experienced something like that for a long time.
So something you were definitely happy you did.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm happy.
Even in that setting, fantastic.
Yeah, even in that setting. Yeah, and I'm on a wait list, so who knows?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so I think you'll really love it.
I think so.
Okay. Well, how does that feel?
It feels good. I feel more open. So before it was like there were a lot of yeah buts, when I was mapping out and thinking on things I want to do because I feel called to do much more.
Right.
But the yeah buts now when I get to them it feels more of a well, why not? And then it's like, oh, you push through the why buts. And so now it opens up. So I like that. And that 2 second is going to be magic for me.
Okay.
Very much so.
I'll be very curious to hear what your guides like now put like what the visions they put for you, like what's going to happen in your mind.
I don't give me the whole image, just pieces. Otherwise it might be too much. But yeah, no. Pieces at a time, eh?
They're gonna have you singing solo with a red sparkly dress.
Okay, the dress sounds amazing.
In a smoky room.
Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot.
Well, Jennifer, it's been a pleasure, and thank you for sharing your fun journey with the world. And not only for you, but for the people that are listening who also want more laughter, fun, and spark in their life, as it not only benefits you, it benefits everybody that is around us in the world. And I know I'm always imagining a world where we prioritize laughter, play, and fun in our life, and in turn, the world is brighter, lighter, and healthier because fun is good for our health. So thank you so much for being part of this fun movement. And for those listening, if you want more fun tips and tricks on living lively, please sign up to my emails. You'll get fun right to your inbox at www.minddoodles.ca, and I'll put the link in the show notes. And now that you are part of the fun movement across the world, please share this episode with someone you think who needs to hear this right now, so they too can be inspired to remove those roadblocks that are getting in their way, especially if they do get in their heads too much. I know there's a lot of you that are out there, and I hope people can put into practice the 3 tips we put in today, like Jennifer, and we all look forward to hearing your journey. So I hope you come back and share it with us.
That would be awesome, Treena. Thank you for today. It was such a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, fun friends, live lively, and have a fun day.